The name Shah Gathright has become synonymous with Foolio's tragic death, as he was one of the shooters involved and perhaps the most reckless. From using his mother's car during the hit to being arrested with weapons in his vehicle, Gathwright's clumsy attempts at evasion were captured in stunning 4K detail. His mistakes didn't stop there. He was seen opening his car door and allowing authorities to see his face, and even tried to escape through the ceiling of an interrogation room. The sheer audacity of these actions has fueled the ongoing frenzy surrounding the case. The story of Gathright and his associates' bungling is becoming increasingly wild. It turns out that Gathright used a car that was easily traced back to him, indicating a blatant disregard for not getting caught. Here's how their clumsiness unfolded. Isaiah Chance, Alicia Andrews, Sean Gathright, Davin Murphy, and Rashad Murphy traveled from Jacksonville to Tampa in two cars, a silver Chevy Cruze and a black Chevy Impala. Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews drove the Cruze, while Gathright was behind the wheel of the Impala, which was registered under his mother's name. The internet was abuzz with disbelief at how inept Foolio's killers were. One comment summed it up: "These must be the world's dumbest criminals." Another read, "Why use your mom's car for a murder? This is insane." Their stupidity was compounded by Tampa's extensive network of surveillance cameras, which caught them in 4K multiple times, including during Foolio's murder. Upon arriving in Tampa, the defendants began tracking Foolio, who had announced his whereabouts at Teaser's Gentleman's Club and Truth 18 nightclub on Instagram. Chance and Andrews followed Foolio and his group to both locations in the Silver Cruze. Surveillance footage from these venues recorded every move. Chance and Andrews were seen leaving their vehicle, with Chance using a phone later identified as Alicia Andrews. Call records showed that Andrews was in contact with Sean Gathright, who was in the black Impala. As they followed Foolio to his final location, the scene of the murder, the silver Cruze made to passes by the victims' vehicles before leaving, signaling the black Impala to move in. Gathright and his associates took their positions and opened fire with a handgun and two rifles, killing Foolio. Foolio's car sped away, but the shooters focused on Charles, the passenger in the car, attempting to flee. The defendants believed they had pulled off the perfect crime but failed to account for modern surveillance technology. After the murder, the group returned to their Airbnb, equipped with a Ring camera that captured crucial footage. Isaiah Chance was seen briefly outside with a champagne flute, while Davin Murphy was filmed carrying a bag and then returning to the Airbnb. Chance and Gathright appeared multiple times on camera, their faces and actions clearly recorded. Alicia Andrews was also seen leaving the Airbnb in the same clothes she wore during the murder. This footage played a vital role in piecing together the events and identifying the suspects. The investigation continued as detectives used video footage to track Gathwright's movements. About 12 hours post-murder, Gathright arrived at a family member's house in the same black clothing seen on surveillance. He spent a couple of hours inside before coming out to speak on the phone. Gathright was observed cleaning the car's exterior and interior door handles with a rag and transferring multiple bags into a garage where a 2004 Gold 4Runner was parked. This vehicle ultimately led authorities to the killers. Weeks later, Gathright was arrested in the 4Runner, and rumors suggest he turned informant. In less than a month, the police were on the killer's doorstep. The drama didn't end there. On June 26, Jacksonville Sheriff's deputies spotted a Gold 4Runner speeding through Jacksonville. With dark-tinted windows obscuring the occupants, the deputies activated their patrol lights, leading to a stop that brought them closer to solving Foolio's murder. The saga surrounding the death of Foolio took a dramatic turn with the involvement of 18-year-old Sean Gathright. Identified as a key player in the tragic event, Gathwright's actions have painted a portrait of carelessness and miscalculation that led to a series of intense and revealing law enforcement encounters. The pivotal moment began when deputies from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office stopped a Gold 4Runner driven by Gathright. The vehicle had drawn attention due to its erratic speed and dark-tinted windows. As the deputies approached, they were hit with a potent smell of marijuana emanating from the car. Although Gathright denied having any marijuana or smoking it, the deputies had sufficient cause to search the vehicle. They instructed him to step out and stand by the rear of the 4Runner while they conducted their search. What the deputies discovered was more than just a routine drug bust. Inside the center console, they found a small bag with marijuana residue and mushrooms. But the real concern arose when they uncovered a Glock 19 semi-automatic pistol. The firearm immediately raised red flags, hinting at more serious criminal implications. The situation escalated further when they discovered several bags of ammunition and various firearm components in the backseat. The substantial quantity of ammunition and firearm parts suggested that Gathright was not just a run-of-the-mill teenager but someone deeply involved in more significant criminal activities. Realizing the gravity of the situation, the deputies arrested Gathright and transported him to the Crime Gun and Intelligence Center for questioning. They hoped this arrest would unlock crucial information to unravel the broader criminal network. However, their expectations were quickly challenged. Gathright was released, but his freedom was short-lived. Less than 24 hours later, he was apprehended again at a local Jacksonville shopping center. This second arrest came on the heels of actionable intelligence received by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. The information pointed to a conspiracy to commit murder, andGathright's arrest proved to be a key breakthrough. Acting swiftly, detectives secured a search warrant and proceeded to a residence on Jacksonville's north side, where they believed Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews were located. Surrounding the house, the detectives used a PA system to issue commands. "Isaiah Chance, this is the office. We are here for the driveway. We have a warrant for your front door." With nothing in your hand, for 15 to 20 minutes, they called for the occupants to surrender. The arrests of Chance and Andrews, coupled with the evidence found in Gathright's vehicle, marked a significant turning point in the investigation. With 3 suspects now in custody, the case was beginning to take shape. However, the search for the remaining suspects continued, with a particular focus on Rashad Murphy. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, assisted by U.S. Marshals, tracked Murphy's movements to the Collins Preserve apartments in the Ortega area. The situation reached a crescendo when SWAT units were deployed to the Collins Preserve apartments. The SWAT team surrounded the building where Murphy was believed to be hiding, establishing a perimeter to prevent escape. Reports indicated that Murphy had barricaded himself inside, holding a gun to his head while on FaceTime with his girlfriend, refusing to surrender. After a tense standoff, Murphy finally capitulated and surrendered just after midnight, bringing a dramatic end to the operation. Yet, the drama didn't conclude there. While in custody, Gathright's attempt to escape provided an unexpected twist. According to police records, Gathright, while in an interview room, attempted a daring and somewhat comical escape by climbing through the ceiling. He climbed onto a table and tried to remove the ceiling tiles, showcasing a blend of desperation and audacity. The investigation into Foolio's murder continued to unfold with increasing complexity. Gathright's reckless use of his mother's vehicle, the substantial arsenal found in the 4Runner, and the dramatic standoff involving Murphy all painted a picture of a poorly executed criminal scheme. The significant errors made by the suspects, from using a car easily traced back to Gathright to their blatant disregard for surveillance cameras, contributed to their eventual capture. Foolio's mother, reflecting on the unfolding events, expressed her belief that more arrests were imminent. When asked if she thought additional suspects would be apprehended, she responded confidently, "Yes, more than the 5 that are on the screen right now." Her anticipation underscored the ongoing nature of the investigation and the likelihood of further developments in the case. The saga of Sean Gathright and his accomplices is a compelling narrative of recklessness, misjudgment, and relentless law enforcement efforts.